Okay, so you've probably used the SUMIF and SUMIFS function before. If you haven't, I've got a video for that and the link is below. But in this example, what I want to show you is how you can sum up if there are blanks and non-blanks. So I'm going to show you how to do that. By the way, if you're wondering about doing this with the filter, I've got another video for that and I'll put the link below as well for it. Okay, so what I've got here is unpaid sales, and you can see I've got a date of the invoice here, date paid here, and you can see some have not been paid, and I want to sum those up. And for that, I'm going to use SUMIF. So if I want to see those that haven't been paid since the 1st of May 2026, I'm going to need SUMIFs for that. And I'm also going to show you how to do the non-blanks as well. So let's just go here into this cell. And for this, I'm just going to use SUMIF. So I'm just going to click here on Insert Function, same button whether you're on the Mac or Windows, but in Windows it pops up with a dialog box, but on the Mac, like I'm using here, Insert Function, and it brings up the formula builder down the side. Now you can see I've already got SUMIF over here. That's the one I'm going to use now, but I could just start typing it in and it will filter. There it is. So if I click on that, hit Insert, you can actually just double click on it and we'll do the same thing. Okay, so the range that I want to select is the criteria range. I'm going to just highlight that. You can see over here it says range is the range of cells you want evaluated. That's the criteria. Over here in criteria, you would think maybe you could use null, is null, something like that. That doesn't work within the SUMIF or similar functions. What you need to do is just speech marks, inverted commas, and then another one, nothing in between. That indicates blank. Okay, so just those two together. The sum range, well, that's the one that we want to add up. So if I now press done, boom, there you go, 1700, and I can see there's 900 there and another 800 here. So that comes to 1700. Always good to have a look and make sure that it's right. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing since the 1st of May, but for this, I've got two sets of criteria. For that, I'm going to use SUMIFs. And again, insert function, I've still got the formula builder on the side. On Windows, you would have to click it again. So unless, of course, I'd close the formula builder by clicking on this cross at the top, but it's still open. Let's go to SUMIFs, double click it. The sum range is the first thing you want to choose this time. And now you click the plus sign down below. On Windows, that's already there. The first criteria range I'm going to choose is this date of the invoice. The criteria for that is greater than or equal to the 1st of May, but you've got to put it in speech marks. So let me just do that. That's greater than or equal to 1st of the 5th, 2026. Finish the speech marks. Okay, so now I need to do the criteria range for the blank cells, which are the date paid. So click on the plus sign, click here below in the box, highlight it, and then do the next bit of criteria, which are just the two speech marks again. And when I click on done, this is only picking them out from the 1st of May. So you can see there's one of 100. So there's the 1st of May and also the other one over here. So there we go. What about the total unpaid? Well, that's the SUMIF one, and you can imagine it's going to be whatever it is, similar for SUMIFs. So once again, if you're using Windows, you need to click on the insert function, or actually you can just start typing it in. So if I go equal sum if, there it is, it's coming up. It's highlighted that one. So all I now need to do is press on the bracket. I could choose another one by clicking on it, but that's the one I wanted. So the range, my criteria range is here. Then I type a comma. You can see it's highlighting it as it goes. So the range is highlighted. You can see there's a comma there. Hit comma, and now highlights criteria. Now for this, I do need my speech marks, but this time I'm doing a less than and greater than next to each other. and there's speech marks again. So rather than leaving it empty, I'm actually putting something in there, and less than and greater than give you non-blank. Let's do the sum range now. Let's do that. And let's do a bracket to close it. If I didn't, it would do it anyway. So let me just get rid of that end bracket. Unless, of course, there's a problem. But if I press enter now, it will put that bracket in there. And that is the total paid. So that, the total, if I highlight it, I can see that it comes to down at the bottom 7,600 minus the 1,700 from there gives me 5,900. So there you go. That's what you can do to do summing of blanks and non-blanks. Have a look at my other video on how you can filter using this as well, doing the blanks and non-blanks. Thanks for watching. If you do like this, please do like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more.